Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Hardcore Crypto, and hey, here's another video, one of the most requested videos here on the comments. I saw a lot of people saying, hey, can you do a video on Apollo currency? So today is the day that I decided to do that. And before we get started, remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and remember, you can sign up on CoinDirect using my link. The CoinDirect exchange has an enormous number of coins and features. If you sign up with my link, you get free repo. How awesome is that? So do it now. And then let's move on to today's subject. I'm just going to keep it out there. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. I'm reviewing this as an investor onto something that I have to make a decision whether I'm going to invest or not. I'm not a fanboy of any other coin. I don't care about these coins. I'm into this game to make money. So I look at things objectively, and these are my opinions. If you have anything different or that you want to add on or you want me to be alerted about, put it in the comments. It's always appreciated because it helps me make more money when I know more and gain more knowledge. So let's get into it. Apollo coin. At this point, I'm not really sure whether it's a privacy coin or, you know, what really is the pitch here, because I've seen different variations of what they're trying to pitch me. So at the end, I will let you know whether I'm going to invest into this or I'm not going to touch it. So number one is that I looked into Apollo currency a while ago when I heard it on what somebody mentioned it on my live stream. So I was like, okay, let me look into this. So I read a little bit of the white paper. I was a couple of pages in, then I stopped. And then yesterday I was like, okay, let me look back into this. So I read a little bit more and then looked onto the one pager. And then I looked onto the website and the information they have. So the first things is I don't have my makeup yet, so I might just want to turn off my pretty face. I can just make it small over here for some of you who are obsessed with my little beard. And now let's get into it. So we can go to the website here first. So what they basically saying, if you watch this video, they say that, hey, Apollo is a good currency because it's combining a lot of different features and it's faster. Basically, they have their own blockchain system as well. So what they're saying is that in the cryptocurrency market or crypto entirely, it's great. But the problem is that for every utility, you have a different currency for it. So if you want to send decentralized permissionless with high liquidity transactions, you use Bitcoin. If you want to make smart contracts, you use Ethereum. You want to do some private transactions, you use Dash or Monero. The problem with those is that, okay, they can hide your public keys, but the thing is your IP addresses are still embedded to those transactions, so people can still find you. So that's not really that private, they claim. So, you know, if you want to do something different, you also have to use a different coin. You want to work with the banks, you have to use Ripple. So it's complicated. It needs to just be one thing. That's basically what they're pitching here. So Apollo is here to solve that problem. And then that pitch sounds amazing to me, to be honest with you. Where they lost me is here. So I'm just going to play it from somewhere around 50. You can watch the whole thing on your own time if you want, but I'm going to play it from here.
Currency and token system, encrypted messaging, and assets of
let's start from
100
here.
Apollo platform. This is why we created Apollo. Apollo will be the first currency that will allow a 100% private transaction option with IP masking as well as smart contracts, an asset system, currency and token system, encrypted messaging, file sharing, a decentralized marketplace, multi-signature accounts, voting system, alias system, decentralized data storage, decentralized exchange, coin shuffling, and much more. All on a next generation blockchain. What many people do not know.
Okay, so you see, that is, the whole thing was incredible. They lost me there on the features that they mentioned there. I mean, that's so much. That's too much to promise. That's just, it's like, yo, you here's the thing. You cannot say that, and I'm not talking about them now. This is a generic statement. You cannot undervalue what Dash or Monero are doing out there, right? Or any other privacy coins there. And if you say you come and say these guys are inadequate, we're going to add these features, and then you claim smart contracts, IP masking, and all these other features that you're claiming, to me that's too much to promise. How are you going to achieve that? Because a lot of these projects have limitations because it's just technical difficulties. Nobody has figured out how to do it, or the protocols aren't good enough, or if you add those features to these coins, it makes them inefficient and slow and all these kind of things and unscalable. So these guys are just saying, hey, we're gonna add all these things and make it use. So it's more like they're saying we're gonna combine Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Monero and make just one giant coin, right? So, to me, that proposition there doesn't sound quite right. I think it's too much to promise. I would love to see what they have delivered yet, especially that nobody I know really use Apollo coin. So I'm not really too sure. So I also looked into one fundamental thing. Again, I'm looking into this as an investor, somebody who put money into a project with speculation that I might make money. So I don't know what you guys use to analyze this, but this is just my way of doing it. So let's just look at the roadmap quickly before we get into the team. Okay, so creation of Apollo, it was in 2017, Q1. Okay, web release, monitoring asset integrated, Olympus protocol, iOS and Android completed. So I'm more interested in 2019. Apollo sharing adaptive block generation, decentralized exchange integrated into wallet. Yeah, so one thing that they say is to have a decentralized exchange that they're going to integrate into the wallet. But then if you have Apollo and it's doing everything for you, then why do you need a decentralized exchange? I don't get it. Why do you need a decentralized exchange when you have Apollo handling everything single-handedly? I really don't get it. So one thing that I looked at was the one-pager here. No, the one-pager is here. This is the one-pager that I looked at. They talking about the solutions, and the Olympus protocol pretty much is compiled of the IP masking, public and private transaction option, integrated decentralized exchange, coin shuffling, coin mixing, and a private ledger, right? So here, for someone who have been in the crypto for a while, I mean, does anybody struggle with this? Coin shuffling, even Lipe coin has coin shuffling, I think. A lot of coins have coin shuffling now, or coin mixing. So I don't understand why this is a special proposition. And then I went onto the team as well. The team with what they're claiming here, technically it's not that impressive to me. Even the advisory board is just like, they don't even have an advisory board yet. But the director of brand development here is Victor. I think he's kind of the founder. Has turned ideas into reality from many companies, starting with Brand Live, which was acquired by Microsoft. You can see that none of these guys has really legit experience in the trenches, who have been really in the game, whether in blockchain or in the traditional market, doing fintech or doing anything complicated. You can see all they can say is just like, Director of Business Development, utilizing his extensive knowledge in technology development. Steve has served as CEO of McCullough Technologies and has had an opportunity to manufacture products used by U.S. military or homeland security. It's like, yeah. To me, it sounds like a little fugazi. You just throw it out there, maybe got, there's something. It's not really something solid. Why didn't you just say he built X, Y, and Z, which was acquired by what was used by the U.S. military, right? The CTO, the most important part to me. Sergey is a leading software engineer that is dedicated to using his experience in advanced cryptography, military-grade security, and software architecture to propel research and development at the Apollo Foundation. Okay, so this is great. What he has done really is incredible. But why didn't he just say, hey, I did X, Y, and Z at X companies? Much like if Sergey Brin had to join this company, because this guy is Sergey, so we can compare him to Sergey as well. Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google. If he wanted to put his bio here, he's just gonna say, "Hey, I co-founded Google in 2003 or whatever year it is, and I acquired other companies, and we built a multi-billion-dollar company, one of the largest corporations on the planet in the history of Earth." That is the end question. Mark Zuckerberg is just going to say, hey, I built Facebook in my dorm room, which ended up having over 1 billion users, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. It ends right there. Dan Larimer is just going to say, hey, I co-founded a lot of things, including EOS is my recent adventure. And I was also involved with Steam It, and a couple of other projects, right? You don't have, so really great things usually are simple. They're not complicated. When someone is trying to confuse you, then you know what it is. It's the same old style. Even on Wall Street, they use that. Oh, this too much Fugazi, bro. And here they talk about a lot of military-grade security software architecture. You know, that Fugazi. You know, if you can't point out exactly what you did and you're using buzzwords, it almost sounds like academics to me. They use buzzwords to intimidate each other. And you know, other academics are intimidated by other academics using just titles. Oh, he's the head of blah blah blah. He's the president of. Ah, he's a PhD. Even though the person hasn't done anything yet impressive, if they hear the title, they're like politicians too. Oh, he's a chairperson, the chairman, the president. They respect that. But in the game, like I know, in this kind of game, this is about real work. You got to deliver. So I look at what you have done, not what you say about yourself. So the team, I have to be honest, I'm not really impressed with. I'm not impressed by at all. But they have really spent some time with their UI. They've created a lot of, they've put their whole thing together really nicely. And their hiring seems like they're still making good efforts to keep this thing going. So my question, actually my conclusion on this is just that to me, I don't think that I can invest in this. They're way much better projects that to me would do much better than this. And the way I invest, I look at all these things and I have to compare. I'm not a fanboy. I'm here to make money. There we go, guys. Follow the money. So if I'm following the money, I'm not going to invest in Apollo. I'm not going to touch it, even with a stick. Sorry to disappoint some of you who requested for this video, but I have to keep honest. I would like you to tell me in the comments, why did you decide to invest in Apollo? What made you, what gets you impressed enough that, I'm not going to invest in in say EOS or Ethereum, just buy more Ethereum or just buy more Bitcoin or any other crypto out there, Ontology. Why didn't you buy, what is it, a Holochain? Why didn't you buy all that and you decided to buy Apollo? I would like to hear your reasoning, or what is your investment strategy when you're analyzing these coins before you put your money out? And then that's going to be a very interesting chat in the comments. So I'd like to hear from you. I'm not touching Apollo Chain, but I appreciate you guys for recommending this to me. Then I can review it. And also, you continue to recommend more projects to me, then I can look into them. I'm not emotional with my investments in cryptocurrencies. If I invested in something and it's starting to go bad and things aren't going well, I sell my positions. So I'm very dynamic. I invested in Electronium in 2017, I believe, and things started going sideways. I saw a lot of better projects than that doing exactly the same thing that those guys were doing. I sold my position. I don't care. I'm here to make money, not to marry some kind of an idea or coin. I don't give a damn about all these coins. I care about my money. So another thing that I invested in Neo. I told you I moved my funds from Neo to Ontology because I heard some serious news about it. I told you about EOS. EOS was great, but I had some insider news that things were going bad from the management point of view. I sold my EOS. So don't think that I have anything personal to do with Apollo. It's just these things don't add up to me to make me drip that money on it. I'd rather put it on I would rather just hold Bitcoin, because that's legit. It has been around for how many years? 10 years now, man. So you guys already know what it is. But hey, I appreciate you for watching. Like and subscribe, Hardcore Crypto. You already know, show me love. I now have a Patreon. The link is in the description. It's patreon.com/GreyJabez, GreyJabesi. And if you haven't bought a Ledger Nano yet, man, what are you doing? You need security. Link is in the description as well. Make sure you secure yourself. I appreciate you for watching. And if you use that link, you get discount on the Ledger Nano. So why not? Stay awesome and